Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. This is Jess. That's me. Key Tarot here. Nice to see you guys. Tonight we're going to start with Scorpio. Happy birthday, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, and last is Gemini. All right. Good job, Tara E, for getting all the repeats in the last reading. I got the Queen of Pentacles 2 times, the Empress plus the Nine of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana of the Empress, the Queen of Wands 2 times, 2 5s, 4 7s, of which 2 of them were the Seven of Pentacles. I got the Strength card twice, 3 8s, the Three of Wands twice, 3 out of 4 of the Kings, the Emperor twice, the Lovers twice, plus the Six of Cups, which to me as a reader is the minor arcana of the Lovers card. 3 out of 4 aces, and the Justice card 3 times. That was a lot. And I think Tara might have actually found more than I did. So anyway, alrighty, let's say a quick blessing and we're going to get started with Scorpio, all right? Holy Spirit, we thank you so much for being with us here today and in every single breath that we take. We ask that you direct our hands, our hearts, our words, and our minds to work your will in our lives each day. And we ask that these messages be directed to those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, what do we have out for Scorpio? We're going to use this Chicoli deck. Welcome. Nice to see you guys. Alrighty, Scorpio. We got the Devil and the Four of Wands. Let's see how that's going to go. I got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and I got the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So this may be representative of your feelings, not necessarily. But with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, this is someone who's feeling like retracting an offer of love, like pulling out of a situation. I have the Two of Pentacles right there. That's somebody who's they're not sure they can balance everything. They're not sure they can juggle everything. I have the Eight of Swords. This is someone who's blocked communication with somebody, whether it's like actually blocking communication, like digitally blocking them, or somebody who's just not expressing their whole truth. This could be someone who's delaying, maybe putting off ending a relationship of some sort because they're just not quite ready to. They could be juggling more than one person. I have the Hanged Man that comes out. That's the card of Pisces. That's somebody who's waiting to make a move. They're not sure. They're waiting to kind of have all the information that they need. I have the Page of Swords here on its side. The Page of Swords can be a couple of different things. It can be having to send a message that you don't really want to send, or receiving a message that you're not real grateful to receive, or it can be the energy of online stalking. So whenever we have blocked communication out on occasion, that can be someone who's kind of just watching someone's social media pages instead of actually talking to them directly. So you'll kind of have to decide where you sit with that. Now I have the Ace of Swords, which is someone who finally achieves the clarity that they're looking for, and they're finally able to push that send button or have that difficult conversation. Now then, I'm going to clarify with another deck. We're going to use this Star Power Tarot over here. See if we can find out a little bit more about this situation. I have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck here, and before, when I split the deck a minute ago with the Chicoli deck, I noticed that we had the Devil and the Four of Wands. You may have seen something within a relationship you have with someone, whether it's a romantic relationship or whether it's at work, who knows, in a friend group or even family dynamic, that's making you, it's giving you pause for thought. You're kind of wanting to put the brakes on this situation. I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This can be an energy of a broken engagement, or this can be the energy of someone kind of failing to live up to an ideal that you had set in your mind, or even just someone who's failing to live up to the standards that you hold for yourself in your life. With this Nine of Wands, that's the Wounded Warrior card, and that's someone who's putting up some walls and boundaries around themselves because I don't know, this person may have triggered something in you that you were familiar with. It was maybe a wound that you were familiar with in the past. Could be abandonment issues, could be abuse issues, something like that. Not necessarily. I have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who, this could be relating to a workplace dynamic, because the Eight of Pentacles is one of those work-based cards, I suppose. But the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse can be somebody who doesn't feel like any amount of effort they throw at this is going to make a difference. Like this would be somebody who you're saying, it wouldn't matter how much effort I put into this, this person's never going to change, or this situation is never going to change. And I have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. The Eight of Wands is about communication. Again, so you've got 8, 8, 8. You got 3 8s out there. Now, the Eight of Wands in the reverse is someone who chooses not to engage in conversation because they feel like it could become inflammatory, or maybe because they feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the energy. Again, this is somebody who feels like the person they're dealing with may not be capable of the change that they need to see. I have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This could be, Nine of Cups in the reverse can be indicative of over drinking, specifically, or overindulgences. This person could also have an overinflated ego that you're just starting to kind of clue into. And I have the Two of Swords on its side, but you're still not quite sure what you want to do yet, which way you want to go, which direction you want to go in. You're kind of of two minds about this situation, very similar to this Hanged Man energy where you're kind of waiting to make a decision. I really feel, Scorpio, that this is the week you're going to figure it out. What's this Ace of Wands? I know that this is a message that is challenging to send. Yeah, I got the Tower, man. So the Tower is that kind of energy of catastrophe or crisis that brings about a tremendous change. I think you know that by sending whatever this message is, while it does feel like it's honest and it comes from a place of honesty within you, this is understanding that by sharing this, this could throw someone's life upside down, including your own. That's the energy of the Tower. This is someone who feels like they're going to open up a whole hornet's nest of mess. And I've got the Moon card. This is the card of Cancer. But this is someone who has to start addressing some of these underlying issues, whether they are within yourself or whether they're within this other person. I think that you know that, and I think that there's really no way of getting around it. Remember how I said this person may have kind of triggered some of that early childhood wounding for you in some way, or it could have just raised one of those red flags that you're familiar with, and you say, you know, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, not sure I want to ride that ride again. And I have the Death card, which is your card, Scorpio. This is somebody who's questioning, does this relationship or situationship really feel authentic to me? Is this something that is going to make me feel good for the long term? Or is this someone or something that I simply relied on in the interim to provide support, and now I can see that this is not the way it's working out? With this Death card that comes out on its side, this is you really questioning what you want to see for yourself for the long term. I feel like this person hasn't... there's this energy of not being like, there's an energy of distrust here, and also this energy of having to really identify these toxicities, whether they're within yourself or within this relationship or this other person. I think you're doing it this week, Scorpio. I think that you recognize that whatever this change is, whatever this is that you want to say, is going to throw things off balance for a little while. It may feel a little bit destructive. But sometimes, well, always, the Tower comes around, and it's really about course redirection. This is about refocusing to figure out who you want to be in the future. I think that you've given it plenty of thought. I think you've been sitting on this decision for a while, and I think that this is the week you finally figure it out, and I think this is the week you're finally able to give words to some of the feelings you've been having for a while, and I think that you're going to speak to this person or this place, situation with authenticity and honesty, and really that's all you can ask of yourself, right? All right, thank you for letting me read for you, Scorpio. Next up we have Cancer. I'm going to use this Artist's Inner Vision Tarot for Cancer. All right, we got the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and I got the Six of Wands over here on this side. This could be someone who's fighting against some addiction. This could be someone who is struggling a little bit with substance abuse. This could be someone who is fighting to achieve some kind of clarity, someone who's trying to fight for a situation and they're not entirely sure which direction to go in. That Seven of Cups can be kind of illusionary. And I've got the Seven of Wands out there, so you got two sevens out. Sevens, to me, 777 is the energy of asking for guidance, asking for help. It's an energy of surrender, really. But the Seven of Wands is someone who feels like they are having to get up and fight every single day. Boy. And it really feels like they're having to fight all different sorts of people, like really trying to hold back the tides of destruction. I mean, that sounds really dramatic, but you may be experiencing a kind of a dramatic situation in your life with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Man, this is, I feel like I have indigestion all of a sudden for you. You may not be watching your diet very well. This could be, no judgment. I think I had mozzarella sticks for dinner last night. Yeah, no judgment. But the Ten of Wands is somebody who feels like a lot of inflammation in their system. Again, could be like intestinal issues. This could be the energy of having to burn at too high of a rate. All of a sudden I feel very hot. The Ten of Wands in the reverse is someone who feels like they've let everything fall apart. And they feel like they're dealing with a lot of upheaval and drama. I've got the Hanged Man out on its side for you guys too. This is someone who is almost waiting on someone else to pass judgment on this situation, or waiting for somebody else to step in and help here. When I get the Hanged Man out on its side or in the reverse, it always feels to me like someone who's waiting for someone else to make a decision about their lives. Okay. And it's not a great position to be in, because you want to be the person who's in charge of making decisions about your life. But it feels like in this particular case, Cancer, I'm reading for someone who feels like they're kind of at the mercy of someone else, or they're waiting for someone else to step in and help them with the situation. And I have the Eight of Pentacles. This is someone who's trying really, really hard to get it together. And this feels like you, Cancer. This is someone who may be like nose to the grindstone right now, researching the heck out of something. How do I fix this situation? What's the solution to this? Eight of Pentacles is throwing yourself into work. You could be doing that to avoid some of the emotional upheaval you may be feeling right now. This is not going to be for every Cancerian out there. I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who recognizes that they have to do this, that they have to put this nose to the grindstone. It feels like this is kind of heavy. This is someone who's feeling a tremendous amount of pressure on their shoulders all of a sudden to be the very best at something, to prove a point almost. Or someone with this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse who recognizes that they're at risk of losing everything. You got a Ten of Wands, you got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Tens are cycles of completion. It's almost like there's somebody here who recognizes this is their last shot. This is the last chance they get almost. It's like down to one more pitch, and it's like everything's riding on this last hit, right? Magician on its side. This is somebody who's doing everything that they can to turn things into in their favor. The Magician for me is the card of Ophiuchus, but for a lot of readers, it also is the card of Aries, in case that is a significance to you at all. But the Magician on its side is someone who recognizes that they feel powerless in this situation. Okay. I got the Strength in the reverse, and I got the Five of Cups in the reverse. Womp, womp. All right, so I don't know what you got going on over here, Cancer, but it's not so much fun. No. The Five of Cups in the reverse is somebody who kind of feels like they're on the verge of losing it emotionally. This could be someone who's feeling like they really don't have anything left to give. This could be somebody who feels like they're bled out emotionally with the Strength in the reverse. This could be somebody who's allowing a situation to get the better of them. You may be feeling like you've been up against something that's been so difficult for so long that it's starting to change the amount of physical energy that you have to get through the day. You could be feeling like just completely overwhelmed, or like you don't have the tools that are necessary to be successful in a situation. Or all right, let's just look a little bit further with another deck. Let's use this Marielle Tarot. I got the Strength on this side, I got the Hierophant over here, and I've been sitting here looking at this Hierophant here, and look, we got the Ten of Wands over here as well, and we have the Empress. Good. Okay, enough about that. So I have this deck over here. It's printed on both sides. It just talks the whole time. We'll put a rock on its head for now, but it is helpful because that Ten of Wands out there twice, this is someone who, look, this is how you may be feeling every morning when that alarm clock goes off, right? And this is kind of like that high anxiety feeling. Both of these are the Ten of Wands, right? So those are repeats for you. This is definitely the energy of overwhelmed, overworked, something like that. Okay. Now, this Hierophant out here twice, this is the card of Taurus. This is someone who feels like all of a sudden they're being watched and they have to do everything by the book. They have to do everything perfectly. Otherwise, they're either going to get in trouble, something's going to fall apart even more. This is that, there's just an awful lot of pressure, it feels. Okay, and I have that's right, the Strength card out in the reverse again. Which is, again, the card of Leo, but this is someone who feels like they may be up against something that they really don't have any control over with this Empress energy here. It feels like they have let go of something that they maybe should have held on to in the past. Maybe this is past energy coming back to haunt someone here. Okay. All right, Cancer, how are we going to make this situation better, and how's this going to shape up for the week is really what I want to know, because I can see this ain't no fun. I got the Wheel of Fortune. Praise the Lord. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune is the energy of Sagittarius, but really it's also the number 10, cycle of completion. But the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of karma. Basically what this is saying is, it's almost like you've given yourself your own advice here, Cancer, which is basically saying, do everything right. Do everything by the book. Just keep following the steps. I'm thinking of, like, What About Bob? That old movie. I'm following the steps. I'm doing the steps. That's what he said. Like, you just do your best. Put one foot in front of the other. And it kind of feels like that's what's going to turn and shift this wheel of karma for you. If this means having to make drastic changes in your life about the way you run your business, it feels like that's what you're doing. It feels like we're talking to someone here who recognizes that they have lost control of something in their lives, and the only way they know how to pick up the pieces, I'm seeing 818 on the clock over there, is to just do things like by the recipe book. And it's almost like you're following your own advice, and this is what's going to shift things into a more positive perspective. I think that things are going to start improving by the end of this week, Cancer. I think by Friday or Saturday. I have the 9 of Cups out here again, which is the second time out for that for you guys. It feels like, or no, it's not. That's only the first time out. We had the 7 of Cups before. This 9 of Cups on his side is someone who starts to see positive results from the positive energy they put into a situation. It almost feels like you just have to give 110% for a little bit longer. And I don't know what that means for you, but it really feels like you're close to some wish fulfillment here, Cancer. Whatever it is that's coming towards you, it's just like push a little bit farther. Again, those 10s are cycles of completion, and it feels like you are the one who's going to push that over the edge into positivity. I think you're smart, and I think you've got it more figured out than you think you do. It's really a question of trusting in yourself, and trusting in yourself to make the changes that are necessary and the changes that you want to see within yourself. There you go. You're smart, man. We should be best buddies. Oh, we probably are. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for letting me read for you, Cancer. Next up, we have Pisces. Let me put these away. Let's see here. All righty. What do we want to do for Pisces? Let's use this Vice Versa Tarot over here since it's so gappy. All right, what do we have for Pisces? Okay, the Judgment in the reverse. What's going on, Pisces? This could be a situation that you feel like you may have misjudged. Someone may have misjudged you, or this could be just a sudden realization about something that you should have figured out a long time ago. Man, you're hard on yourself, Pisces. Let's find out more. You have a good sense of humor, though. This 8 of Swords right here is someone who feels like they have been blocked in communication, and it feels like you're ready to change that, or someone else is ready to change that. More about that in a minute. I got the Hanged Man out for you guys. That is your card, Pisces. It feels like all of a sudden, while you've been waiting, you're so smart, Pisces. Here's the thing about you. Yes, you're the Hanged Man, which can indicate having to take a time out and wait until you have all the answers figured out. But that's the great thing about Pisces, is you will take the time. You'll take the time to figure out what it is you want to do. And whenever you figure it out and whenever you make your decision, you're usually right because you took time and you waited. So that goes hand in hand with this Knight of Pentacles that came out with that. This is somebody who says slow and steady wins the race. You're not in a hurry. No. But it feels like it's time to reach out and talk to someone, or it feels like someone's reaching out to talk to you. Whenever I have cards that flip out far across the table or across the room or onto the floor, it always feels like someone who's not ready to talk about something. I have the World that comes out in the reverse, which to me is indicates somebody who's not quite ready yet. Not quite ready yet, digging their heels in, basically. So the World is the final card in a deck of tarot, in a major arcana of tarot, right? It indicates wrapping up final cycles, final endings, tying up loose ends. And this is somebody, and I think this is you, Pisces, who recognizes that they are at the end of a cycle and that it's time to walk through the door into the next part of your life, okay? But it does kind of feel like you're digging your heels in here a little bit. And with this Judgment card, the Judgment card comes right before the World. It feels like you are still trying to work a few things out in your head about how you want to deal with something in the future. It's interesting. We have both of these birds here. This is vulture, I think. But we have these birds here, large birds coming in. Birds are messengers. Okay, a little bit more here. Not in a hurry. Now I have the Temperance card. That's the card of Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Pisces, you guys have been hand in hand all year for a while. I think 2022 is going to be the same. This Temperance card is someone who's turning their back on old ways, the old ways of their lives. This is someone who recognizes what wasn't good, and they recognize what they want to see for the future. And they're almost, it feels like somebody who's walking out into the horizon, onto the horizon alone. Again, we have another big bird here with this seagull. And we've got some strength that is required to make this transition. I have the Ten of Cups here. This is somebody who knows that they're moving on to something that's going to add tremendously to their happiness. I have the Queen of Wands over here. Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This can be someone who, this can be you, or this can be somebody that's in your environment that you're thinking about. This Queen of Wands energy is someone who's highly magnetic, someone who is either magnetized to you or this is you. Queen of Wands is someone who makes things happen. And it feels like you are about to enter a very creative time in your life, Pisces, whoever you are. Or you're magnetizing yourself to someone who's highly creative. I have the Ace of Pentacles underneath that, which is my favorite card to get in any reading because it indicates a solid new beginning that is very authentic to you. Now, why in the world do I have you kind of kicking and screaming into this new part of your future? I think it's because you know you need to reach out and talk to someone, or you know that someone else is about to reach out and talk to you. What is the discomfort here? I got the Ten of Swords. This could have been an on-again, off-again sort of relationship. The Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card for me. The Death card is the card of Scorpio. That's what we're moving into right now. But this could be someone who, I mean, you could have just recently ended something that allows you to move forward and contact this Queen of Wands energy. You could be the person, this person you could have ended something with, this Queen of Wands. I don't know. It's all about endings here. Hold on. You got endings, 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 and changes. Woo, aggressive. I have the Two of Swords here. You're like, not so aggressive. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what it is I want to do. That's why you're dragging your heels here. This is somebody who is afraid that they are making the wrong choice. There's an energy of not trusting yourself here, Pisces. And I think, here's the thing. That's why Pisces is this hangman. Let's be real. Yes, it's great that they sit and they wait before they make these major decisions. Yes, it's great that they wait until they have this illumination, until they have this like tremendous wake-up call that turns the light bulb switch on, right? But then we also have a lot of hesitation for you, Pisces, where you may actually miss out on opportunities on occasion because you don't take action quite quickly enough. Just saying. But this Two of Swords right here is somebody who's like, I really don't know which direction I want to go yet. And that's why you're kind of digging your heels in here. What is this big decision about? What is this Because it feels like somebody's about to reach out to you, or you're about to reach out to someone, or you're about to be magnetized to someone, where you're both going to be forced to have a discussion. Something like that is looming. I think you can feel it. I think you've tried to do everything right. You've tried to stay in your own lane for a while, but I think you feel something's kind of impending. And I got the Lover's card out on its side. That's the card of Gemini, but this is also indicative of a major choice in love coming towards you. Doesn't always have to be in love, but it's one of those all in or all out kind of scenarios. And that's probably why you're struggling with this decision. The Lover's card is a card of choice. And the flip side of the Lover's card is the Devil card, where with the Lover's card, we still have the freedom of choice. But with the Devil card, we find ourselves chained to something that becomes toxic over time. Now, something to be noted is the Lover's card always involves a third party situation in some way or another, because there's a choice. You get it? Somebody has to make one, and it really feels like it's you. I have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And it feels like you are someone who's not ready to be all in yet. And that's where the hitch in the giddy up is. And I got the Death card out there. There's going to be a major decision made within the next month during this time of Scorpio season. So you've got that basically represented out here twice. The Death card is the card of Scorpio, but this indicates still tying up loose ends, still making final calls on relationships and situations. By the end of Scorpio season, you will have made some extremely influential choices in your life. Things that you've been waiting to take action on. Five of Wands, you're still working it out in your head though. I call the Five of Wands the analysis paralysis card. This is somebody who's making pros and cons lists in their head. Oh, which way should I go? Oh, I don't know. Oh, let me think about it some more. Oh, I don't know. Let me think about it even longer. Let me wait for all this blood to rush through my head, and hopefully I will have some illumination. By the end of October, you'll have it, Pisces, and then I think you're going to be ready to talk to whoever this is, or kind of finalize whatever this is that's coming towards you. In the meantime, you have someone who's keeping tabs on you online, or you are doing the same to them. I have the Page of Swords over there on the upright on that deck over there. Just trust yourself. I think those are the words that you want to tell yourself, is just trust yourself. Learn to trust those gut instincts. I think that you're so good at waiting and being patient, but I think that the only downfall of that is not trusting yourself, and it takes a little bit longer to close out those cycles when you don't trust yourself. I think you're going to get there though, and no rush. I mean, the right thing is the right thing, right? All right, cut yourself some slack. Nice to read for you, Pisces. Thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Ophiuchus. Now, if you are an Ophiuchus, you will have been born between November 29th and December 17th. We're going to use this Chicoli deck for you guys. And you're not really a fire sign or a water sign. You're actually an ether sign. Yeah, true story. But you may resonate with Scorpio or Sagittarius. All right, what do we have for Ophiuchus? Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles on its side with the Eight of Wands on its side. Okay, hold on. And the Knight of Wands, that's good. That's Sagittarius energy. And the Six of Swords. And the Five of Pentacles. Let's see here. And I got the Judgment card in the reverse out for you too. Pisces had that a second ago. Let's see here. The Two of Pentacles usually indicates someone who's got a lot to keep up in the air, can be juggling a lot of things, can be juggling a lot of people. Whenever it comes out on its side, this is somebody who's questioning, what are we really doing all of this for? Why am I trying so hard to keep all these balls up in the air? Eight of Wands is fast-moving direct communication. This can be someone who feels like they're just kind of up against the gun when it comes to paperwork or something like that. You may feel like this week, Ophiuchus, you have to do a lot of extra emailing and text message returns and conferencing and just a lot of meetings and things. It feels like a lot of online interaction. With this Knight of Wands, this is somebody who has a lot of energy for this task, whatever it is. You understand that by completing all of these tasks, it just promotes you from, it's like helping you get to the next step. I don't know if you're applying for loans or if you're just filling out paperwork for school or for, who knows, legal documentation, maybe for business or for your home or something like that. But it feels like you're kind of counseling yourself to keep on top of it. There's the energy with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, that's kind of a good sign. I feel like in combination with this Six of Wands, this by completing this paperwork, whatever it is, it can help you financially in some way. With this Judgment card in the reverse, this is somebody who is kind of struggling to keep it all together. The Judgment in the reverse can be this energy of kind of fearfulness. I'll clarify a little bit further in a moment, because with this Six of Swords, this is somebody who can be physically relocating, or this can be someone who is moving on from things that were difficult into things that are easier, more peaceful times. But it feels like you kind of have to get through it first. Let's see. I have the Devil out. That's the card of Capricorn. Well, hold on. And I got the Moon out. Oh, no. All right, this can be something sneaking up on you that you don't expect. I have to be really honest with you. The Devil and the Moon is not a great combination. It can be, oh, no. And I've got the Strength card out on top of it. That's a good sign. We like that. So you got three major arcana out here, one right after the other. And so that's pretty heavy. It really feels like whatever this situation that you're moving through this week, Ophiuchus, is, it's forcing you to look at some major toxicities. It could be forcing you to look at mental health issues. It can be forcing you to look at relationship issues, things that you have been sweeping under the rug for a long time. And with this Strength card that comes out on top of it all, this tells me that by powering through whatever this is, you will be successful. It is a real energy of slaying the beast, whatever that means for you. This is the card of Leo. Zoinks, let's get another deck and get into this. I can't wait. We're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys, Ophiuchus. This Two of Pentacles, whenever it comes out on its side, I have to be honest, it can feel like mental instability sometimes, like somebody who's kind of fallen apart at the seams a little bit. I think that you're just kind of frazzled this week, possibly, Ophiuchus, because you're having to do some things that you're not used to doing. What is this? Hold on. I got the Tower in the reverse. You saw this coming. You knew this was going to happen. This can be someone who's trying to keep things from falling apart completely. This can be someone who's avoiding chaos by like heading off the problem by completing things ahead of time, or just trying to stay ahead of the fallout. But this Tower card indicates course redirection for sure. It's something that will take you out at your knees and force you to rebuild yourself in some way. But that Tower in the reverse always indicates something that you either, not necessarily you, but someone has either procrastinated too long, let something go for too long, or something that you kind of saw falling apart. You know, whatever it is, now you got a fire lit under you with that Knight of Wands to get yourself up and out and get yourself to a better space, a better state. It's something that says this major change that's happening. It feels like it's going to shift your entire perspective, but it is, there's an energy of exposure here with this Devil energy and this, this Moon energy. Things coming to light is what I mean. And I have the Eight of Pentacles, and I've got the Death card out for you guys too. That's the card of Scorpio. There's a lot of major exposures happening during the month of Scorpio. I saw quite a bit of that over the week in personal readings and just in some of the daily readings. There's just this energy of secrets coming to light. And whenever that happens, they're coming to light so that we can look at them and then clean them up. Yes. But sometimes you got to get stuff out in the open so that you can deal with whatever it is head on. And that's kind of this energy that's coming up for you here, Ophiuchus. Now, what is this Judgment in the reverse? The Judgment in the reverse can be someone who misjudges a situation or a person. Maybe something that you thought would never come back to haunt you, or maybe something that this person thought would never come back. That Eight of Pentacles up there is someone who's working hard to stave off the repercussions of something. I have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who says, I haven't been thinking clearly. I've been overwhelmed. And I have the Lovers card out for you guys too, popular. The Lovers card, again, is a card of choice. You may, you may feel like you aligned with the wrong person or something, Ophiuchus. You may feel like you made a poor choice. It goes right on top of that Judgment in the reverse. You may feel like you made a poor choice as to who to align yourself with, whether it's romantically or in your career, something like that. It just feels like you chose to put your trust in someone that now you're regretting a little bit. Feels like we have some things coming to light here, some things that are being exposed, but whatever this is, it's allowing you to move on. This exposure allows you to make a different choice as to where you want to spend your time and your energy. And I have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This could be someone who is verbally abusive. This could be someone who acted impulsively and it caused some damage. It goes right on top of that Devil card. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is not nice. This can be someone who is prone to speaking with more than a sharp tongue. This can be someone who, again, verbal abuse comes to mind. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, if that rings a bell. Now I got two queens out here. Zoinks. I've got the Queen of Pentacles on its side here. You may be having to choose between two people. And again, this doesn't have to be in your romantic life. This could be a work scenario. Two queens here. This Queen of Pentacles is on its side. This is someone who has to decide what's going to be bringing the most stability into their lives. Yeah. This is somebody who's trying to decide what's going to be the best for their family or be the best for them overall. And I have the Strength card out on top of the Strength card. Good. So that's the card of Leo again. But this is someone who may need to rely on friends for help. This is someone who's reminding themselves that there's no reason to be brave if there's nothing to be afraid of in the first place. And this Devil energy does feel pretty toxic. It does feel pretty big and bad and scary. And it does feel like it dredges up things from the past that are going to have to be looked at again. And I feel like you're completely capable of it. This Strength card out 2 times, that's why it's there, right? Whenever the Strength card comes out, the Devil is sure to be around. Yep. Again, no reason to have to be strong if there's nothing to be strong about. This may just be one of those weeks that's a little bit challenging for you to get through. It feels like whatever it is, whatever this exposure feeling is, whether it pertains to you or someone in your immediate environment, it's coming up for a reason. And that reason is actually going to be to send you into a place of safety and into a place that is much better for you, maybe away from some of this toxic behavior that you've been having to experience, or, I mean, maybe that's coming out of you and you don't like the way that looks on you and you're trying to overcome some of your own personal issues. I'm not sure, but the month of October is going to be very influential for you in course redirection and you planning for the future as to who you want to be and what you want that to look like. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest month to get through, but I think that with that Strength card coming out so much, I think that you're up for it. All right, so hang in there. Thanks for letting me read for you, Ophiuchus. Next up, we have Sagittarius. We're going to use this Heaven and Earth Tarot for our Saggies. Hope you guys are doing well. I got the Four of Cups in the reverse. Sagittarius, what's going on? This can be actually a really good sign. You may be getting ready to get back out there. I got the Justice card on its side. So you went through something in the month of September. The Justice card is the card of Libra. That forced you to kind of go within. You've maybe self-isolating a little bit lately, maybe not talking to too many people, not reaching out to friends and loved ones as often as you have been in the past. I think that you were forced to let someone or something go last month with that Four of Cups, and you've just kind of been, I always think of the Four of Cups as the minor arcana of the Hermit card, just someone who removes themselves from the situation, kind of self-isolates again. Okay. Feels like it was something you didn't want to have to do. Oh, wow, that is so much. Okay. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius, you got all of these nice vibes coming up here. This Knight of Cups comes up right in the middle of your spread, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Sagittarius and Pisces, I said it. There is something, there's like some kind of connection between those two signs. There has been for about a year now, maybe even 2 years. But it feels like, oh, you may have a Pisces that's been watching you from a distance for a while. I'm gonna get another deck to clarify all this in just 1 second, because there's an awful lot going on here. It's only 6 cards, but there's a lot. With this Page of Swords on its side right here, again, this can be the energy of internet stalking, not in a malicious way, but someone who's watching you from a distance because they don't feel like they're able to talk to you. If that was the case, we have someone who has been watching you to see if you are any longer attached to another entity, and they are just about to reach out to you. I have this Emperor energy. That's the card of Aries, but it's also the card of Divine Masculine. This would be someone who has had their eye on you. And I usually don't read like that. I'm usually not such a, oh, this person's been watching you from, I don't really always buy into that, but that's kind of what the cards look like, Saggy. With this Queen of Pentacles energy that goes right on top of this Emperor, this could go a couple of different ways. Let's get another deck. Okay, let's use this Night Sun Tarot. Yeah, I have the Eight of Swords out here. That's exactly what I was saying. This is someone who is kind of stalking and not talking. I got the Queen of Pentacles out there again. Interesting. And the Queen of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. That goes with that Emperor there. I want to put these back in and stop here. I've got the Knight of Wands right there too. That's Sagittarius energy. And I got the Three of Cups. All right. I don't want to, yeah. All right, hold on. I have a feeling we're going to need 2 more out here. Oh, maybe just 1, because that's Temperance. That's the Sagittarius card. Good. Okay, 1 more. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Good. All right. And the Page of Wands. Oh, you guys are really representing tonight with all these wands. I like it. All right, so yes, I do honestly feel like you have someone who's been watching you from a distance for some time, wanting to reach out to you, wanting to reconnect with you. And with that Three of Cups can indicate a couple of different things. It can be reconciliation, reunion, celebration because of those things, or it can indicate a third-party situation. Let's hope that it does not. I have the Queen of Pentacles out there twice, which is someone who's trying to, and it goes right on top of this Emperor energy. I think you're heavily on the mind of whoever this Emperor Knight of Cups energy is, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then Aries there, and also Divine Masculine. Take it if it resonates. If not, whatever. But this Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. Whoever this person is that's had you on their mind for so long and hasn't been talking at all, they now see you differently than they did before. With this Queen of Wands energy, whatever you're doing right now, keep it up. You're doing great. This Queen of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is you. This is someone who is experiencing, I know this sounds cheesy, but kind of a glow up in a sense. This is someone who's really coming into their own. With the Nine of Pentacles, you may be starting a new business that's very successful for you, or you may be investing in your own business. That's the Nine of Pentacles is kind of indicating someone who is building an empire for themselves. A lot of people want to spend time with you. This person has been watching you for some time. They kind of feel like you're the key to whatever it is they want to see for their future. I hate to say it in this because it sounds so cheesy, but the Emperor kind of has their eye on this Queen of Pentacles as someone who's stable, someone who they would choose to maybe marry or like have children with. It's very like wifey kind of feeling, hubby kind of feeling, not gender specific, right? But this person, They haven't been talking, and I'm not sure why. I will find out in a minute. But I do have you really representing with this temperance energy here. And that month of December is going to be important for you. I think that this person who has you on their mind probably isn't actually going to reach out to you until Sagittarius season. But trust me, they are watching you from a distance, and they understand that you went through some kind of an ending during the month of September or during Libra season. This is very specific. Okay. And I don't know how they know that, but they do. Probably because of the online stalking, which is what we saw with that Page of Swords. Just to guess. Okay. Let me see here. Now this temperance, what were we using before here? We were using this guy. What do we have to say about this temperance Page of Wands? Because this person, yeah, now I have the Hermit in the reverse, which is the minor arcana of that Four of Cups, the major of that Four of Cups in the reverse. Like I said, that's someone who is ready to stop being so isolated. This is somebody who's maybe ready to get out there and start seeing friends and loved ones again. I don't know. It just seems like Libra season was a little challenging for you. It may have been exhausting. You may have been through a lot of things emotionally. It may have made you feel a little energetically depleted, and it feels like you've taken some time away from other people to kind of get yourself back on track. It feels like you've started working harder, just really investing in yourself, definitely staying in your own lane, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're working out, whether you are just taking care of yourself physically, health-wise, or emotionally, it's working well for you. Other people want to spend time with you. This one specific person is probably going to be messaging you in the month of December, end of November, think holiday season. There it is. And this Page of Wands comes out with it on its side. This can be a message that's going to be a little bit confusing for you, because the Page of Wands is someone who's kind of an instigator. They usually reach out either in a flirtatious way or a curious way, like a hey, how you doing kind of thing. And you're like, what does that mean? So just expect that. Who is this person and how are you going to feel about them? That's the question. Because we know it's this Emperor energy, but how do you feel about them? The Death card. This is somebody that you thought things were over and done with. It is not the case. This person is going to spend the entire month of October thinking about you. Yeah, the whole month of October into November, thinking about you and thinking about how they can move towards you. This person is wrapping things up in their lives. They see that you've done the same. You guys are going to be on the same page, the right place, right time. It's actually a really good energy with that Death card energy. Alrighty. I hope you keep me posted. If this was your reading, and if this person does reach out to you in December, I hope that you drop me a note and let me know. If you know who this person is, I hope you drop me a note and let me know. And I wish you the best. It's kind of intriguing. I'm sure we'll find out more, because this person's definitely hovering in your energy, Sagittarius, and it feels like they have no intention of going anywhere else anytime soon. They are definitely hoping for reconciliation with you. This person feels very drawn to you. Yes, very much so. A lot of sexual attraction, a lot of physical attraction. So yeah, just be expecting that. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for letting me read for you, Sagittarius. Next up, we have Leo. We're going to use this Star Power Tarot for Leo. Maybe. All righty. Let me give this a quick shuffle. We have the Two of Swords out for Leo. We have a lot of people here at mental crossroads. Which way do I go? Should I, shouldn't I? This Two of Swords is someone who's taking a moment to kind of think about what they want to do next and where they want to go for the future. And I got the Eight of Pentacles out. We have a lot of people who are working hard. Yes, this Eight of Pentacles on its side could be someone who is facing a choice when it comes to where they work. This can be someone who's considering a change of career or change of location of occupation, something like that. Page of Cups in the reverse. We could have had an argument or something happen. with someone. I've got the High Priestess on its side. This is somebody who feels like they've kind of had a gut instinct for what it is they want to do, where it is they want to go. It feels like there could have been some kind of little altercation here. It doesn't have to be workplace related, but it could be. With that Page of Cups in the reverse, the Page of Cups in the reverse usually indicates someone who needs to reach out with an apology or a note of kindness or forgiveness, something like that. Pick any of those things. But this High Priestess is someone who kind of had a sneaking suspicion that this person was capable of those things this whole time. You could have just been brushing it aside, like ignoring those red flags. And now you're like, oh, now we got to make a decision. Now we got to make a change. The Six of Swords can be a card of physical relocation. It's the card, I always think of it as like the dodge the bullet card, right? Or the getting out, sneaking off in the middle of the night kind of energy too. Specific to this deck, this is somebody who is leaving behind a bad situation and moving on to something better. I've got the Magician in the reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. I think that there's someone in this situation. I don't feel like it's you, Leo. It feels like there's someone around you with this Magician in the reverse who was trying to manipulate a situation. And I feel like you were kind of wise to it. This could have, if this is work related, this could have been someone who was, I'm hearing cooking the books, but it's like, maybe just misrepresenting some of the facts or misrepresenting some of the information. The Magician in the reverse is someone who recognizes that they're out of options, and so they can turn to dark tactics, you know, to get their methods to, or dark methods to get their needs met. With this Ten of Cups on its side, this is somebody, this feels like you, Leo, who you're having to say, you know what, I can't fix what you've destroyed here. I cannot help us out of this situation. You've done and messed this whole thing up, and now we're all left holding the bag. This feels almost like a team, where you're having to let someone go, or you're having to move on from someone, because it feels like they have mess something up for a group here. Now, let me get another deck out here. Let's use this Manga Tarot to clarify. Got the Hermit in the reverse on the bottom. That's somebody who wishes that they had listened to their instinct sooner. The Five of Swords in the reverse is someone who's now forced to cut people out of the equation. It can also be the energy of gossip. I've got the Chariot on its side, which is like the major arcana of this Six of Swords. This is somebody, and this feels like you, Leo, somebody who has who's ready to move on physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything from this situation. It feels like whatever it is the case, you're pretty much fed up. You're fed up with this person or this scenario. I've got the Lovers in the reverse, and I got the Tower in the reverse. The Lovers is the card of Gemini, and that's someone who recognizes that they have to get out of a situation. They have to make a difficult decision. It doesn't make them happy to do so, but it does mean having to cut one person out. With the Tower in the reverse, this is something that you saw coming. You were kind of expecting it. It's been like a slow crumbling effect. You could have been watching this person from a distance kind of screw this up. And I got the Moon in the reverse, again, about the exposure. The Moon is all about things that are done in the dark, right? This is the energy of Cancer. But whenever we have it in the reverse, we have secrets coming to the light, things bubbling up to the surface in order to be dealt with. And it feels like there's an awful energy of exposure here. And I don't think it has very much to do with you personally, Libra. It really just feels like you are the person who's going to have to be in charge of helping to clean up whatever the debris is that's left behind by this. And it feels like you definitely saw this coming, and there was some point in which you could have avoided having this person in your energy, but you didn't for whatever reason. You allowed them to linger on here, and now we got a little bit of a mess. No shade, no judgment to you. This Page of Swords energy is, again, someone who may have sent messages that weren't true. I'm hearing they could have recorded the details incorrectly on purpose. I got the Ace of Swords, but you know the absolute truth. I have the Three of Wands in the reverse, which is the minor arcana of the Magician, which you already have out here in the reverse. And we got the Two of Pentacles here. It feels like you're having to send someone packing and you're not really sure what's going to happen for them, or you are choosing to move on and you're not entirely sure what's going to happen for you. But there is an honest message that you're in charge of sending, and you have to be just really forthright about and just very direct about the way that you word it, the way that you say it. There's this Two of Pentacles here, which is someone who has everyone's best interest at heart, whoever you are, Leo, and it feels like you are the one who is trying to achieve balance here. It feels like you often are the person who's in charge of creating balance in this scenario. Again, this could be in work, this could be with your family, this could be in a love relationship or a friend group. It feels like having to let go of someone because some things have come to light, some secrets. There could, again, be the energy of gossip, but it is a difficult decision that you have to make. It feels like you make it this week, and it feels like it's the right choice, and you've known it for a long time. That was your reading for the week, Leo. You are very, very bright. Alrighty, hang in there. Next up, we have Aries. What do we have for Aries? Let's use this Hush Tarot for you guys. I got the Ten of Wands in the reverse for Aries. Man, that's somebody who they can't carry it any longer. It's way too heavy of a burden. They are beyond irritated by the idea that they ever had to carry it this far. You can see this tiny little fairy is trying to carry this giant kitten up the hill. As cute as it is, it's not that cute anymore. And it feels like everything's starting to fall apart, which really is just another way of saying falling into place in a chaotic sort of way, right? Sure, that's it. Too much. I got the Wheel of Fortune coming out on its side. All right, fine. I got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I got the Three of Wands in the upright. That's the minor arcana of the Magician. We were just talking about that for Leo. And I have the Knight of Cups. Wow, full steam ahead. All righty. Oh, Aries. We have things things are about to improve dramatically for you. It feels like you are just finishing, or maybe even just starting to close out a major cycle in your life. You got two tens right on top of each other. But this Wheel of Fortune is someone who is ready to make a major change in their life. This Ace of Swords in the reverse is someone who didn't tell the truth about it for a while. You may have let something go on and on and on and be uncomfortable with it for long enough that it started to kind of wear you down on a daily basis. And it feels like you're finally ready to let it go. You're ready to be honest about how you've been feeling. And it feels like you want to move in a different direction, whether this is in love or career or in a home, something like that. I have the Three of Wands here. This is somebody who says, I don't know where I'm going, but I know it's not going to be here. Okay. And this Knight of Cups is someone who wants to put their heart in a different place. I have the Death card. That's the card of Scorpio. Very popular tonight. That's a great sign. Most people get nervous when they see the Death card. Absolutely not. Death card is about transformation that can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth, right? The Death card is, it's going to be a very influential month for a lot of us. Let me get another deck out here. Let's use this Deviant Moon deck. I got the Wheel of Fortune out for you guys again. Good job. What's on this side? We got the Two of Swords in the reverse. Perfect. That goes right on top of that Ace of Swords. More about that in just 1 second. Definitely have a shift coming. You can expect for the month of October into November, the rest of the month of October and into November, to be a little bit sticky, to be a little bit challenging. We were just talking about this for... golly, I think it was, I don't remember, maybe Leo and Sagittarius, but it just feels like a lot of people are closing up a lot of cycles over the month of October and November. And this Wheel of Fortune is that Sagittarius energy where we all of a sudden have things smoothing out. whenever we get there, kind of holiday season-esque. This Two of Swords in the reverse is someone who delayed making a decision because they didn't want to have to tell the truth about how they were feeling about something. Now it feels like you're ready. You may be wanting to move towards a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Not necessarily though. I have the Queen of Pentacles. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Doesn't have to be though. Don't get hung up on the zodiac signs, but this could be someone who wants to put down roots with someone. This could be someone who wants to start a new business of their own. This is someone who may want to start a family with someone. This Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very nurturing, but they know how to make money. They know how money works. They understand what stability is, and they understand how to create that in their lives. It feels like you may be wanting to leave behind a rather discordant situation, and you may want to create for yourself something that is more embodying of this stability, or you may want to join forces with someone who is more of this nurturing quality. Okay. It feels like you're cutting ties with whatever this discordant energy is over here, whatever this is that you didn't tell the truth about for so long. It feels like you're ending that and you're starting to be more authentic within yourself. And that's going to be the big shift that you experience right around the holiday season. This Five of Cups in the reverse. Heck yeah, I'd be wanting to get out of this situation too if I were you. You may have really been through a stage in your life, a time in your life that went on for perhaps a decade or even longer, where you were aligned with someone or people who weren't so great to be around. Maybe you were feeling that way. The Five of Cups in the reverse is someone who recognizes that no matter what, it's kind of like same shit, different day. And I don't think you want it anymore. And I think it's taking you a long time to come. It didn't take you so long to come to the realization, but I think it took you a long time to be honest about it. I think that you're finally ready to come clean about it in the month of October and into November. And I think that's what shifts you into this state of good karma, or things kind of starting to flow again for you in the month of December. And I have the Chariot, nicely done. The Chariot is the card of Cancer, but this is somebody who's off to the races. Good. Any kind of stagnancy that you were feeling before, Aries, that's all over. This is you being able to move forward in the direction that you want to go in, towards the person or people that you want to go towards. This is a very good sign. All of this upping your head, kind of wrestling with your thoughts. It feels like you're done and over with all of that, and you're ready to be more authentic to yourself. You're ready to tell the truth about how you're feeling, and that is really what sets you free. The truth will set you free. And whatever that is, it helps you close out whatever this cycle is that's basically been tethering you to the place that you've been stuck in. And once you let go of that, it feels like you are just smooth sailing off into the next part of the new year. All right, much love to you, Aries. Next up, we have Taurus. We're going to use this. Let's use this Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti. Get the Judgment card on the bottom of the deck for you guys. We could have some kind of major wake-up call happening this week. Let's see here. And I got the Justice card on the bottom of the deck. That's the card of Libra. It feels like things are starting to improve for you. Oh, I spoke too soon. I got the Five of Cups. I think this is actually past energy, but I think it still applies to you. Hold on one second. I have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and I have the Five of Cups. It feels like the month of Libra was the month that you recognized that things were not going so well for you in your workplace environment. And it felt like you understood that if you continued to stay in that place for another day, another week, or for however long, that you were going to kind of end up feeling like this. And maybe this was how you were feeling at the end of every day. This does feel very much workplace related. I mean, it can also indicate a family dynamic, but it really feels like last month, this month of Libra season, was really influential as to showing you what the toxicities were in the environment in which you spend the bulk of your time. Okay? That's probably what that Judgment energy was. I have the Hanged Man that comes out on its side. You may be waiting to be released from a contract. You may be waiting for the right time to make a move out of this situation. have the King of Pentacles that comes out on its side. I think you're going to be receiving a new offer of some sort that's going to allow you to make more money, or it's going to provide more stability for you in some way. There's someone that wants to reach out to you and help you in some way with this transition. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I have the Star card. Oh, this is actually a great sign, Taurus. And I got the Wheel of Fortune out for you. Sweet. All right, Wheel of Fortune's a great card. So basically, I feel like whatever it is, I think you're having to let go of something that was dragging you down, Taurus. I think you knew it. I think you knew it for a long time, and it finally got to be so much you really couldn't take it anymore. And I think you're still kind of waiting to be fully released from whatever this is, whether it's a relationship or a contract, whatever. This Star card, though, is the card of Aquarius. And you have a lot of major arcana on here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 cards. All right, that's heavy. This was a real learning experience for you. Definitely an after-school special kind of couple of last few months for you. The Star card is someone who recognizes that they are meant for something much better, or they are meant for something much bigger. This Wheel of Fortune energy it can be that. It can be the energy of fortune coming your way. It can be the energy of fame, especially combined with this Star card. This can be someone who is starting to explore some of their more unique gifts. It's very nice. It's a really good energy, okay? And there's someone who wants to help you with that, Taurus, okay? Let me get another deck. Let's use this traditional Rider-Waite to clarify for you guys. Yeah, I have the Two of Swords that comes out here with the Moon in the reverse. Again, all about that exposure. It feels like there is something that comes to light this month. Yeah, with that Devil energy right there, there's something that comes to light this month that is, I think it's external to you. This feels like something that may be involving a superior, or this may be involving someone that you have direct contact with, that it allows you to make your decision more easily. It kind of makes your decision for you in some way. Good job. And now we have someone who's ready to start something new with that Page of Wands. Can be someone who's a little unsure of what the future is going to hold because there's been all of this upheaval. 10 of Wands out. There's just no way you could do it another day. That's all there is to it. There's no way you could stick it out any longer. There's no way anybody could carry this up the hill. It feels like you may have been having to pick up slack for someone else. And it's like it's finally being exposed. And we have a righting of the scales. It feels like things were very off balance for a really long time. Maybe you were always being overworked and underpaid, maybe very underappreciated, maybe never noticed for the things that you were doing. But in addition to that, I'm hearing, no, it's not that I needed attention or that I needed to be noticed. It was simply that shit wasn't right, is what you're saying. And finally, we've had some exposure with that Moon card and the Devil out again. We've had that combination a couple of times in some other signs that we've already gone through. But this is somebody, especially with that 10 of Wands, who's like, man, call a spade a spade. There ain't nobody going to be able to deal with that. Right? Right. I got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You see no growth here. It's not going to be a thing. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This may have been an entry-level position or something just above an entry-level position that you thought would help you get your foot in the door. No, it didn't. It was way too much. And now it's time to make a change. I have the Star card out in the reverse. Very good. So that's twice out for the Star card. But this is someone who recognizes that they have a bigger dream. That's all there is to it. Someone who recognizes they are meant for greater and bigger things. Good job, you. It's time to throw in the towel. You know what? It's one thing to be a quitter, but it's another thing to move on. I think you're moving on. I think you have no option but to let go of whatever this situation or this person was. And I've got the World in the reverse. You're just having to wait a little bit longer. Again, it could be the energy of having to wait for contracts to finish. I've got the Death card. Good job. It happens during the month of Scorpio season. perfect. Death card's been super popular tonight. We like seeing that. No, it's not so scary. It's an important transition. You learned a lot from whatever this situation was. You're like, heck yes, I did. Never again. Off to bigger and better things. And once this cycle closes out for you, which will be this month, I think that you are going to be so relieved, like heaving sigh of relief. It's going to feel like a day at the spa, just turning your alarm clock off the first day after you quit whatever this situation is. Yep. All right. Much love to you, Taurus. Thank you very much for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Virgo. Yeah, Virgo. Let's see here. Let's use this Marielle Tarot for Virgo. Got the Ten of Cups, and I got the Chariot. Ooh, that could be some love. I don't know. Let's look. This could be moving house with a family. I got the Two of Swords in the reverse. I'm hearing, I'm hearing decision made, but usually the Two of Swords in the reverse indicates someone, maybe it's just taken so long for this decision to be made or for this pathway to become clear. It can be a source of frustration. It can, and I've got the Two of Cups that comes out there on its side. You may be seeing 222 a lot. The Two of Cups is an energy of a soulmate relationship. Two of Cups is a partnership. This Two of Swords in the reverse is someone who has been on the fence about a relationship of some sort. And that Chariot energy, it really does feel like someone who's been trying to get something to get going, trying to move house with a family, and there's been maybe delay after delay. I have the Three of Swords in the reverse here. This could be someone who's having to heal from an ending or a breakup of some sort. I'm going to put that over there. I have the Three of Cups in the reverse, so I got 2 3s. I got 2 2s. All right, and I got the Ace of Wands. Okay. And I've got the Star on, and I got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. No. And the King of Pentacles. I'm getting the sense that there was someone here. Virgo, this is your card, this Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. It feels like you may have healed from something that was pretty darn difficult. You may have had to let go of a soulmate relationship. There may have been a third-party situation involved. This Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who all of a sudden recognizes that this situation or this person is not authentic to them anymore. There's no growth here. Things are not improving. You may all of a sudden be inspired to go in a different direction. You've been on the fence about this for a while. It feels like you may have already pulled the plug on it and started this process of healing. For some of you, it feels like you're very much on the cusp of making this decision. For a lot of you, it feels like this is something that you've already gone through recently. And I got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, another 3. You got 3 3s, 2 2s, 2 aces. This is something that's really affecting your day-to-day life. The Three of Pentacles here, it could be loss of stability in a home, loss of stability in a very important workplace dynamic. Usually the Three of Pentacles indicates a workplace dynamic, but specific to this Marielle Tarot, it does feel more like a family situation. And when we have it in the reverse, right next to this Three of Swords in the reverse, you may be feeling like you've had to let a lot of things go. Really important things. This Three of Swords, I always call it the breakup card, the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, right? Whenever we have it in the reverse, this is a slow easing of heartache and grief and pain. Let me get 1 or 2 more out with this deck. I got the Tower in the reverse. Okie dokie. Well then, don't you just bring the doom and gloom to the party. All righty, all right, I know. All right, so it happens to, it comes for us all, right? So the Tower in the reverse is something you saw coming, you knew it was coming, you saw it crumbling for a long time. You may have sat in it a little bit longer than you should have, possibly because you had a family with this person, possibly because you relied on this situation for stability. With this Three of Cups in the reverse, let me get another deck. It can indicate a third-party situation. I truly hope not. Let's use this deviant Moon Tarot. And it really does feel like having to move away from some kind of soulmate relationship. Look, we got the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Once again, that is that energy of a breakup. Can be kind of fresh wounding. I've got the Emperor there. This is somebody who makes a decision about what they want to do next. I've got the King of Wands energy. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody who takes action. I think that you had let this situation go on a little bit longer than you believe you should have. Whatever it was, I think you finally ended it. It was difficult. It's been painful. I have the Hierophant. This could have been a marriage. This could have been a major contract or commitment. The Hierophant is about marriage. It's the card of Taurus, but it is also indicating a major commitment in your life. And I got the Queen of Wands here. Okay. This is someone who all of a sudden, all right, here's the deal. I got to be really honest with you, whoever you are. I know that these endings are so painful, and you can tell. You can tell by looking at them how bad they hurt, right? With this Three of Swords right here, and then this Tower, it's just pain, right? But it feels like someone who is all of a sudden recognizing that because you have removed whatever this is from your life, all of a sudden you feel so good. And if you don't feel this way yet, you can expect to be feeling this way right around probably within the next 2 weeks. You're going to notice that other people want to be around you. You have a really powerful energy. I think that you're pulling in this Emperor energy for yourself. I think that you will be surprised. I think that you are kind of manifesting a new partnership for you. And again, this can be in your love life. This can be in your career life. The Emperor is someone who is a boss. They can be a mentor. They can indicate a father figure. They can indicate divine masculine energy. It's the card of Aries. But it feels like you are magnetizing yourself to something that is very strong, very powerful, very creative, very healing, and very structured and stable. That's good, because it feels like you're coming from a lot of upheaval recently. I feel like you are the one who's been having to make the steps, making the changes to get yourself from whatever this upheaval and this pain was, this Tower energy. I think you're the one who's been having to pick up the pieces here for yourself. Other people may have relied on you as well. I have the Magician in the reverse. There was someone who was that was definitely manipulating the situation. You tried to fix the situation. You tried to help it. Somebody said, can we go to counseling? Can we try therapy? Something like that. Somebody pretended, and then things fell apart anyway. That's kind of this is very specific for someone. This World card that comes out on its side here, that's the card of Libra. We've just come through that. But this is someone who recognizes now that it's okay for them to wrap up whatever this cycle was, because this other person had no intention of truly changing any of their behaviors. They may have said that they were going to at some time, but there was a little bit of guilt that I think you had here at some point, Virgo, for feeling like you were giving up on this situation. That is not the case. It's simply that you may have just stayed a little bit longer than you wish you had. And I have the Four of Cups here in the reverse. This is, or on its side, really. This is that energy of kind of self-isolation. Can be a little bit mopey, a little bit depressed. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Sometimes we need to self-isolate. It's not that big of a deal. I always think of it as the minor arcana of the Hermit. We sometimes need to block out other people's voices so we can get really clear about what our voice actually sounds like to us. So it feels like you've done that. It feels like you are the person who's really in charge of creating this new life for yourself. And it feels like once you've taken this step to erase whatever this, or not erase, but to walk away, to walk beyond whatever this previous commitment was to you, it feels like all of a sudden there's like this weight lifted, and it feels like a breath of fresh air. But not only you, but other people start to notice. I have the Ten of Swords here. That's the minor arcana of the Death card for sure. This was possibly an on-again, off-again relationship. This person may have made a lot of promises that they did not intend to keep. I think you're very wise to it. You didn't see any growth with that Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. What is this? Hold on. Queen of Swords, man, this Emperor energy. So I've seen the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and this Emperor kind of all go together here. It feels like whoever this Emperor energy is, hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, no. The plot kind of thickens there a little bit because for some reason I feel like there may be a third-party situation here that is still kind of lingering on, because I have this Queen of Swords that comes out here kind of attached to this Emperor energy, and I have this Eight of Swords that goes right between them. It almost feels like, because I got to be honest, Virgo, you're kind of presenting as this Queen of Wands energy here, and it feels like there may be some restriction between you and this Emperor energy because of a Queen of Swords energy here, someone who's kind of in the middle of you connecting to this Emperor energy here. I don't know how all of this relates. If this is your reading, you'll know it. But this Eight of Swords is someone who isn't allowed to talk to someone else right now. It feels like you're managing your own life and you've been through plenty of your own issues here. You're dealing with definitely a breakup, definitely an ending, possibly a dissolution of a major contract or commitment in your life. And it looks like it really ran you through the ringer. It feels like there's this heavy energy of this divine masculine energy coming towards you in your life, but it feels like you may already know that, Virgo, but it feels like there's this energy of separation, you not being able to access this person or talk to this person. Zoinks. I got the Page of Cups out here. This is someone who sends a small message, a message of friendship, kindness, love, support, apology, or forgiveness. That's the Page of Cups right there. And it's kind of almost too little too late. It's not enough, but it's just enough to kind of keep you holding on. I don't know about this energy over here with this Emperor on its side, this Queen of Swords energy. Yeah, I got the Justice in the reverse there. That's the card of Libra. It can also indicate divorce. It can indicate legal matters not going the way that you want them to, or having to file paperwork that's difficult to file. This person may be going through a divorce. You may be going through a divorce. Heck, everybody might be going through a divorce right now. I'm not sure. But there is that heavy energy of ending, and it feels like it kind of runs the gamut. This definitely may involve a third-party situation. If it does, it feels like these cycles are not completely closed out. It feels like you are transitioning from one place to another, and it's a little dicey. It's a little tricky right now. It's definitely uncomfortable. It feels like people who are picking up the pieces from maybe some kind of catastrophic explosion or some kind of exposure in some way. But sometimes life's like that, right? Sometimes we got to pick up the pieces. Sometimes we got to rebuild for ourselves. But it does feel like someone who is about to make a major shift. And I feel like that's you, Virgo. I feel like over the course of the next month, you're going to be picking up these pieces. The dust is going to be settling. You're going to be feeling a lot better. There was some indication of some guilt here for having stayed as long as you did in a situation. Maybe it caused extra pain that you wish that you hadn't had inflicted, or somebody maybe inflicted extra pain on you simply because you stayed in a situation longer than you feel you should have. Don't feel that way. We stay as long as we need to until we learn the lessons we need to learn with these soulmate relationships, a season, a reason, or a lifetime. All right? You never know which one. Thank you for letting me read for you tonight, Virgo. Next up, we have Capricorn. All right, I'm going to use this star power for Capricorn. We have the World card and the Six of Pentacles. Very popular guy, that World card. It's a card of Libra, somebody who's closing out old cycles, and someone who's looking for something that's more beneficial, more reciprocal. Good. I have the Page of Pentacles that comes out on its side. This is somebody who wants to start all over again. This could be someone who's envisioning a new life for themselves. I always think of the Page of Pentacles as kind of the freshman in college kind of energy. Someone who has a lot of possibilities available to them. The trick is figuring out which one is going to be the best fit for you with the Page of Pentacles. This is someone who has a lot of opportunity for growth. It's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Six of Swords in the reverse is somebody who decides to stay put a little bit longer. All right. Six of Swords can be about physical relocation. It can also be, whenever it's in the reverse, this can be someone who's not ready to move on yet, not ready to physically move yet, or they could just be in a space where they don't feel like they're able to. I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. This can be someone who feels like they've lost an awful lot, lost some hope in a situation, maybe someone who's been alone for a long time or hasn't been receiving what they would like to receive in love relationships. Again, it felt like when I was looking at the, when I split the deck there and there was the World on one side and there was the Six of Pentacles on the other, it feels like you are in the place where you want to be with someone who's more supportive of you, where there's equal give and take. And I don't think you've been receiving that for a while. I think you're looking in a new direction, not entirely sure where you want to go, but I think you know what you want. I think you know what you want to feel in your life. You may not be sure where you're going to find it, but I think you know what it feels like, what you want it to feel like. I have the Five of Pentacles on its side, and this lovely zombie princess has tattooed across her forehead, "Some give more." I think you've been in a place of lack, whether it's financial lack or emotional lack in some way. I think you're fed up with it. I think you're ready for more. I think you want to find someone that offers more support to you. And I have the Wheel of Fortune out on its side for you also. That's the card of Sagittarius, but it's also the energy of good karma, of clarity starting to come in. It comes in on its side, which tells me you're kind of in charge of making this happen for yourself. If you want to meet someone who's more suited to you, you got to go out of the house to meet someone. I understand it's been a little difficult with quarantine. 2021 was not great for a lot of people. But this is someone who's recognizing that they make their own destiny, and that they have to get back out there if they want to see something different for their lives. And I got the Two of Pentacles out here. This is someone who's finally starting to figure out what they want for the future. Maybe you've been on the fence for a while, Capricorn, and you haven't really been able to make a decision. This Two of Pentacles is someone who all of a sudden has clarity of vision and thought. This is someone who feels like they've hit the mark for themselves, and now they're ready to share with another person. All right, let me get one more out here. And I got the Hermit out on its side. You've been self-isolating, perhaps. This is the card of Virgo, but this is somebody, Capricorn, who may be getting tired of it. You may be getting tired of the isolation. You may be getting tired of eating dinner every night alone, if that's something that you do. This is somebody who's getting sick of it, and there's someone who's recognizing that they're going to have to be in charge of making that change in their lives. Now let's use this vice versa tarot to clarify a little bit further. There's like a hair there. There we go. Got that Ten of Cups out there again. This is someone who they gave a lot to a love relationship and they didn't receive anything in return, or they invested heavily in someone and they didn't see the results that they wanted to see. I think that this is someone who's recognizing that, and they're recognizing that they deserve more and they want more from the relationships they choose to invest in the future. Good job. Of course you do. You're like, that's right, and I'm good looking too. Of course you are. I've got the World card. Here we go. This is somebody who's ready. You're ready to step through the next doorway, chapter, volume of yourself. Yes. Closing out old cycles, tying up loose ends, and it feels like you're ready to say sayonara to whatever this was. Goes right on top of that Six of Swords. It's really just you biding your time until the opportunity arises for a major change. You may be choosing to physically relocate and you're just not sure where that place is going to be. You could be waiting for a settlement to come in so that you can close out some legal disputes or something like that. Or you may just be finally getting over some kind of a heartbreak. I have the Page of Swords that comes out here in the upright position. This is someone who's ready to get out there again. You may be looking online for, you may be looking at online dating apps. You may be looking online for new places of employment. There's just a heavy energy of online interactions with this Page of Swords energy. But this is someone who has a new idea. It goes right on top of this Page of Pentacles. So you got two pages. Pages can indicate children, but they can also just indicate beginning kind of immature energies that are going to grow into something in the future. This is somebody, you may feel like you behaved a little impulsively in the past, and that you may have jumped into something without fully without fully considering what you were doing, and maybe it just didn't reap the rewards or the benefits that you'd expected it to, and you're a little bit disappointed. And I think that you're someone who's counseling yourself to kind of look before you leap next time. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. There we go. I have the Two of Cups coming in for you. Nicely done. It feels like you're pulling in some kind of new love relationship, some kind of new soulmate relationship, whether this is in a love relationship or whether this is a partnership in business or a friendship. It doesn't matter. The energy is still soulmate potential. It feels really healthy. It feels really balanced. It feels really good. This feels like two people who are fully healed coming together. Very nice. And I have the Tower in the reverse. And that goes way back over here to this World card. It feels almost like you're having to jump ship from something. Very similar energy to this Six of Swords. It kind of feels like a lot of fire and debris raining down from the sky here in both of these. But this Tower in the reverse, again, very popular guy tonight. The Tower in the reverse is sort of a catastrophe or a crisis or a crumbling of a foundation. And you saw it coming some time ago. Maybe you just weren't ready to deal with it at the time, and now the time is here. Now we have an opportunity for change. It looks good, and it feels like there's a rebalancing of your situation. You got Two of Pentacles, you got the Two of Cups. You may be seeing 222. When you see 222, this is an indication that there's some kind of new partnership coming towards you. It's an energy of stability. It's very nice. I have this King of Wands. This is someone who decides to take action. This is somebody who grabs the bull by its horns and leads the direction. The King of Wands is someone who, when they see something that they want, they just go after it and they take care of it and they do it and they get it done. But it's coming out here on its side. This is telling me that you may be a little bit apprehensive about this new relationship that's coming towards you. It may feel a little bit too much too soon, especially coming out of this time of isolation you've been experiencing. Oh, Capricorn. I've got the Temperance in the reverse. That's the card of Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is this King of Wands. I think that you're afraid that this situation will throw you off balance the way this other one did here. But it feels like it's coming regardless. I would take this as your opportunity to really start investing in yourself and what it is that you want for the future, so that when this Two of Cups comes around, you feel like you're in the right place at the right time. This Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning, something you can invest in, something that feels very authentic to you. I think this new soulmate relationship is going to sneak up on you. It's going to surprise you. You may be surprised by who this person is. I don't know if you've met this person. It doesn't feel like you have before. It may surprise you maybe in the month of November, December time period. I think that the November, December, that Sagittarius time period is going to be really influential for a lot of people's love lives. True story. I don't know what it is. I feel like people are really tying up loose ends right now with something. I think people are taking a break from their lives with this Hermit energy, that Four of Cups energy as well. And I think that when Sagittarius season rolls around, people are going to be ready to start socializing again, something like that. And we're going to have a lot of people meeting one another for the first time and then reconnecting in new ways for the first time as well. This feels like this may be the case for you, Capricorn. Whoever this new person is, you will definitely recognize them. They may have red hair. They may have a fiery personality. They may be someone whose all of their jokes are funny. I'm not sure. But this would be somebody that when you're around them, it feels really healthy. It feels kind of exciting. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to be surprised by them, though. Maybe thrown off a little bit because it feels like you've been through some kind of dissolution of something kind of major here, something that was kind of stagnating you for a while, but there's definitely a major shift that's happening for you now, and it feels like it's going to complete right around the holiday season. All right, thank you, Capricorn, for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Aquarius, first of our air signs. Let's use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. What do we have for Aquarius? What? Hey, the Lover's in the reverse for Aquarius. Boop. All right, that's the card of Gemini. But the Lover's in the reverse indicates having to make a difficult choice in love. All right, whenever it comes out in the reverse, it can feel like a choice you maybe didn't want to have to make. Usually when the Lovers card is present, there's when we have a choice, that means there's more than one person involved. Usually it's a third party situation of some kind. It doesn't have to be necessarily another person. This could be having to make a difficult choice between a person and your work or your career or your family or something like that. In any case, it's never fun, it's never comfortable. I've got this bloop, bloop. What I thought. 2 of Wands in the upright position. It feels like you maybe just having come out of that, maybe looking for some kind of new partnership. I always think of the 2 of Wands as a fairly lusty kind of card. The 2 of Wands is someone who says, I feel like I have a lot to offer another person. I'm just waiting on that person to the right person to join me. It feels like you know what the wrong choice was. Now what's the right choice going to look like? I've got the Hermit on its side. This is somebody who wishes that they'd made different decisions in the past. And it feels like you've taken some time off and you've been self-isolating, maybe trying to improve upon yourself. You may have sought out some counseling. You may have spent some time in meditation and prayer with a higher power as well. It feels like you've been working on some healing of yourself. Good job. And now you're kind of ready to get back out there again. I have the 8 of Cups that comes out and the 7 of Cups. This is someone who had to walk away from something that now they're recognizing that they really never wanted in the first place. There's some kind of an energy of feeling like you'd been hoodwinked or had some wool over your eyes, or maybe we're seeing things from a distorted perspective. The 7 of Cups in the reverse can be someone who is under the influence in some way. That could have been you. This could have been this person that you were walking away from. It could have been, it's this energy of heavy intoxication, can be drug use or something like that, but there's this energy of you walking away from it, and this energy of, man, I can't believe I ever wanted that thing in the first place, right? Right. It feels like now that you've removed yourself from this situation, you're ready to meet someone new. I have the Page of Swords on its side. Now I've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so I'm just going to say this may not be for everyone, but the Page of Swords, whenever it comes out on its side or in the reverse, it can indicate online stalking. This may be something you're doing. No judgment. This may be something that this person that you walked away from is doing. Again, no judgment. This Knight of Swords in the reverse is someone who behaved impulsively. They may have said things they shouldn't have said. They may have said things that they regret. They may be wishing that they could reach out and fix the situation, but it feels like someone has walked away from this. There's someone here who's blaming a heavy energy of intoxication on whatever this dissolution was. It's fine. And there's someone here who's looking for a better way. And there's someone here who's looking for new partnership. But there's still this heavy energy that's hanging on. I'm glad to see this Chariot card's just come out. That's the card of Cancer. But this is someone who's ready to move on. Ready to move on. Ready to move on. Everything else is kind of still stagnating in this past relationship. So I think that if you are, I think you're just kind of wrapping this up, Aquarius. I think you've had some heavy emotions about this situation, or this other person that you've left behind or that has left you behind had some intense emotions about this. There could have been some bad behavior from one or the other of you. This Knight of Swords can be someone who speaks without thinking and does a lot of damage very quickly. It feels like regardless, within the next month, you're going to be ready to make a change and ready to move on. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of the ways. 5 of Wands. Yeah, see, here's the thing. You're still kind of stuck in this analysis paralysis. Should I fix this? Should I reach out? Should I say something? What are the pros of that? What are the cons of that? This is somebody who's going back and forth with this mental battle. This could be someone else. This could be the person that you walked away from. This could be you feeling this way. You'll have to decide here, Aquarius. Let me get another deck out here. Let's use this vice versa tarot for you guys too. Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands on this side. Ten of Wands is somebody who feels like they can't take it anymore. They're going to have to say something. They're going to have to reach out and say something. This can be fast-moving digital communication with that Eight of Wands right there. There's somebody who wants to express something. I have the Seven of Swords here. Somebody didn't tell the truth in a situation. Somebody tried to get away with something. Somebody may have said something that wasn't true. I have the Nine of Swords here. There's someone who feels quite imprisoned by these things. And this Nine of Cups is someone who wants to fix it. They want to make something better. I'm going to leave that one in. But we did have two nines, one on top of the other. And again, the Seven of Cups. This is someone who says, I just wasn't seeing things clearly. Now I am. Help me just eye roll my eyes back into my skull. I don't know. I don't buy it. I really just don't. This is somebody who wants to blame overindulgence in some way, maybe drug use or alcohol use. How does that make it better? It doesn't. I feel like if this is the case, you definitely want to walk away from this situation. If this was you, I think you want to make a major change in your life. I've got the Hierophant card here on top of the Five of Wands. They're both number fives. I think you want something you can commit to and someone who wants to commit to you. I think that's what you're looking for here. There's this energy of someone who's not willing to take responsibility for whatever this thing was in the past. And I think we're ready to move on from it here. And I think you want to move on towards something that's much more stable for you and something that's going to be a commitment. Yes. But there's still kind of this lingering energy of someone here who wants to reach out and talk about something. There's definitely an energy of deception with that Seven of Swords. You know, that guy always kind of gets the reputation for being the lying liar who lies. Guy, girl, doesn't have to be gender specific. I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who recognizes they lost an awful lot. I have the Star in the reverse. This is your card, Aquarius, right in the middle. In the reverse, someone who's had to recognize either some really bad behavior within themselves or having to recognize that you aligned with a partner previously who really threw you off track and that you allowed yourself to stay in it longer than you should have. Woo! Now I got the King of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's not really sure how to discuss how they're feeling. There's this heavy energy of someone from your past that you've ended a relationship with here still kind of lingering here. You may want to reach out and communicate to them, or they may be wanting to reach out to communicate to you. You'll know which side you're on of this coin if you are at all. And there's someone who wants to fix it in some way, but whatever this was, this relationship was not good for you. And I, in turn, think it probably wasn't good for the other person either. I think you're looking for more stability in your life, yet I have to be honest, this is still just kind of lingering here. I think it probably will linger here until there is some kind of closure. One or the other of you does feel very much locked in kind of this emotional mental prison. Can be sleepless nights or tossing and turning in some way. There's somebody here who wants to reach out and have a conversation. I don't know what kind of conversation feels like. I don't know. But somebody, there's still just kind of this lingering energy. Again, someone who's not really taking responsibility for some of the things they've done. But you let it go however you want it to go, because you're smart, Aquarius. You're pretty much one of the smartest signs in the whole zodiac, if not the smartest. So I'm sure that you will figure out the right solution for this. I just encourage you to no longer stay in things that you know aren't good for you. And you'll know it when they're not, because you're smart, right? I just put these in the wrong place. Okay, yeah, you're smart. I'm not so smart. There we go. All right, that was your reading for the week, Aquarius. Thank you for letting me read for you. We'll catch back up with you next week and see how that shapes up. Next up, we have Libra. We're going to use this Tarot of Dreams for you guys. Get the Nine of Cups. Very good. That's about wish fulfillment. And I have the King of Swords right there. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's your card. All right, Libra. This could be you feeling good, maybe being invited to a party. I've got the Page of Cups on its side. This could be accepting an invitation. I've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. Hold on. The Four of Pentacles on its side. You got two fours so far. And I got the Hermit. Okay. So this is someone who feels like, well, hold on. There's this real heavy energy of kind of keeping to yourself right now. I don't know if you're sitting on some good news or if you are waiting to share some information. This Four of Pentacles is someone who's kind of keeping something quite close to their chest. This Four of Wands in the reverse can be a few different things. It can be someone who recognizes that by sharing some kind of information, it may throw things into a state of instability for someone else. This Four of Wands is usually a divinely guided soulmate energy. It's that 1111 card. It can be also an energy of marriage or commitment or the four walls of your home whenever we have it in the reverse. I think this is someone who all of a sudden decides that a previous commitment isn't working for them any longer, and they're actually kind of excited about a major change that they're making, but they're not telling anyone right now. They're kind of keeping it to themselves. Okay. I got the Devil on its side, and I got the King of Cups on its side. I'm hearing that you may feel like someone may try to take advantage of this situation if they find out about this change that you're wanting to make, Libra. I've got the King of Cups that comes out on its side. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be any of those signs, but the King of Cups is, again, someone who keeps their cards very close to their chest. It really feels like you. This is someone who's sitting on something. I'm hearing emotional gold mine. I don't know what it is. I don't think it necessarily has to be a malicious thing. But when I have the Devil card out here, this is someone who's a little bit nervous about someone else's reaction. This may be you choosing to get out of a contract. You may be worried that this may throw someone into a state of upheaval. You may be worried it's going to affect someone adversely or that someone's going to be upset about it. Maybe that's why you don't want to share this. This Hermit is the card of Virgo again, but this is someone who really is going within and meditating and praying about how they want to approach this subject with another person. You have the very best of intentions, Libra. What a good heart you have. I feel like you are someone who wants to make sure you make the right decision for everyone. And even when you feel like you have to make a decision that may cause someone else discomfort, you're worried about it. You're thinking about it. You think about other people. That's very generous and kind of you. I got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that you recognize this is going to disappoint someone. This may disappoint your children. Interesting. Pages can indicate children. They can also be messengers. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who sees no growth potential for where they are, and so they're kind of forced to make a change. This can be in your work life. This can be in your physical home location as well. I have the Fool in the reverse. This is someone who's fearful of taking the next step that's going to be a new phase of their life. The Fool card is the number 0 card in the major arcana of a deck of tarot. It's who the whole tarot deck is written about. This Fool energy is someone who's usually ready for some kind of fresh new beginning. However, whenever it's in the reverse, this is someone who's not quite sure. They are still kind of working out the kinks. They're still kind of trying to figure out what the next step is going to be for themselves. Let's use this traditional Rider-Waite. I got the Ace of Wands out here, and I got the Hermit out on this side. Very good. This is someone who recognizes that by making this change, you got the Chariot card right here, and the Seven of Pentacles. You got this Eight of Wands over here. Oh, Lord, just stop. All right. What's on this side? Dare I ask? This Eight of Wands. Very good. And the King of Cups again. Very good. Here's the thing. When people really, really love you, Libra, which people do because you have such a good heart, they want the very best for you. The people who love you want the best for you. If there is something that you need to do that's going to benefit you, the people who love you want you to do that, okay? So any kind of worry or concern that you may have about disappointing someone with this news, get over it, because people who love you want the best for you regardless of the discomfort that it may have in their lives. With this King of Cups, everyone recognizes that you want the very best for yourself and for everyone in your immediate environment, and that sometimes that requires us to walk away from a situation that no longer serves us. We get it. You can't stay in the same place forever. With this Page of Cups, again, that feels like it's time to start talking. It's time to start being honest and open with each other about what's going on. You may have been in a place of restriction with that Eight of Swords energy. Goes right with that Eight of Cups. And now it's time to let the cat out of the bag with that Eight of Wands. You had 8, 8, 8. There it is again. So that is when it's time, right? And it feels like you're being divinely guided to make this major change. It feels like you waited for a long time to make this change or to make this move. You may be physically relocating, maybe relocating far. And it feels like you've waited to tell people about this, or you've waited to make a decision as long as you could. There's this energy of people celebrating this change for you, celebrating this choice for you. So all of this worry that you've done, if this is in fact you, I think there's no reason for it. I think people are going to embrace you. People are going to be happy for whatever this change is. I think other people have been seeing you struggle as well. You may have been through something very challenging in the recent past. And again, everyone wants the best for you. They don't want to see you going through this anymore, Libra. People love you. People love you for who you are and who you present to them. You've really been keeping yourself kind of self-isolated for a while. Or you may be doing this now simply because you're going within to figure out how you want to talk about this next change or this next transition. I feel like you're ready to. You may have been through kind of an on-again, off-again relationship, and this could also be the energy of just major endings that were painful for you to get through. Whatever this new transition is that's coming towards you, could have been a dissolution of a marriage as well. It feels like you're ready to make this change, and that the people who love you the most will embrace that change for you. And it feels like it's time to move on from something, and you know it. It's time to start talking about it. All right, that was your reading for this week, Libra. Last of the night, we have Gemini. What do we have for you guys? Let's use this Night Sun Tarot for Gemini. We got the Empress, and we got the Eight of Pentacles. So you could be starting a new business, Gemini. You can be investing in a new business. You may be supporting someone in business endeavors. The Empress is someone who runs their own home. They could run their own business. They could run it all. Basically, they run their own empire. There's a heavy weight on this person's shoulders. They have a heavy responsibility, but they're very, very good at taking on a nurturing role. This may be you. You may have a lot of people who look up to you for support. You may have children that you support. I feel like you probably do a very good job of it, Gemini. I have the Page of Wands. Pages can be children. They can also be messengers. Whatever this is a new energy that brings a new pathway for you. I always say that the Page of Wands is like a child left alone with a box of matches, and the possibilities are truly endless, right? It feels like this is an energy that's going to take off like wildfire, like gangbusters, I hear. Like this could be a really good business opportunity for you, or a month that's really good for growth financially. And with business contacts. I have the Magician that comes out on its side. Very good. This is the card of Ophiuchus for me as a reader. It's Aries for some other readers. But this is somebody who recognizes that they have a real gift for something. And because of that, it feels like there's a lot of energy that the universe is willing to throw your direction. So basically, if you give a little of whatever this thing is, whatever this energy is, give a little bit of yourself, it's like it's matched tenfold by good karma in that direction. This is what I was saying. It's like a good month for making business contacts for yourself, for investing in your own business or someone close to you. Out. This is really good news. If you've been feeling a little bit sluggish or depressed or under the weather, it's about to change. I think things are about to improve, Gemini. This is an energy of, this is Leo, but this is just an energy of warmth. This can be family coming together. This can be this energy of all of the hard work that you've been putting in finally starting to pay off. Things finally taking off, everything kind of lining out the way that you've hoped that it will. This is kind of like the right people finding you at the right place at the right time. I am loving this. This Magician energy is the energy of manifestation. It's calling out the things that you need and seeing those things come your direction. It's being open to the right things and the right people, which is really the key to manifestation, isn't it? It's not asking for a specific thing. It's asking for the best thing, and it's asking for the right thing. Sometimes we don't know what that is. And I have now the Nine of Wands. Very good. This is someone who has taken the proper precautions. I'm putting those two back in. It feels like you've learned a lot of lessons, Gemini, in the past about what didn't work well, what didn't function correctly. And now it feels like now you have a plan. You have a plan. You have a focus of and an intention of attack in this situation. It feels like all of that hard work and planning is finally starting to pay off. I think this is going to be a really exciting holiday season for you. I think that this coming holiday season is going to be great for all of us if you celebrate the holidays at all. And if not, I think you're just going to enjoy the season as well. I just think that a lot of things are starting to line out for you here, Gemini. I have the Knight of Swords here that comes out. That's you. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And look at this. We got the Lovers card stuck to the bottom of it, which is, in fact, your card, Gemini. Nicely done. Way to show up for yourself. This basically indicates someone who is in the right place at the right time. And there can be a lot of options coming towards you. And one specifically is going to feel exactly perfect for you. I think that you have a new pathway that you have purposefully opened up in your life. It can be a new love relationship for sure. But it really is anything that gives you a choice or an option in something about something important to you, Gemini. And I have the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who has finally removed all of the obstacles. And if I think you're actually still in the process of cutting away the final obstacles that are keeping you from this next place. And I think that this is a cycle that's about to complete. This Five of Swords in the reverse is someone who's no longer worrying about what other people think about this, no longer worrying about what other people are going to say about this. There's a real heavy emphasis on authenticity here. I have the Tower card that comes out for you. This is fantastic. I know you're like, really, that doesn't sound good, Jess. The Tower never sounds good. You're right. However, again, the Tower can be definitely about course redirection. Course redirection comes around. It's anytime you feel discomfort and you let it go on and you let it go on and you let it go on, and then all of a sudden everything falls apart. Yeah, this is that opportunity for you to fix things, to rebuild things in the way that you want them to be rebuilt, to find the partner that is a better choice for you than you've had in the past, to find the occupation that's better suited for you. Let's get another deck and see if we can get a little bit more information here. I feel like you're going to be celebrating a lot, and you're going to have a lot to celebrate in the next month, Gemini. I keep seeing that Hierophant card too, which can be a card of marriage, but and it doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, but it's definitely a card of commitment. It's the card of Taurus. This can be contracts coming towards you. It does feel like you have more than one option, more than one opportunity to put down roots with someone or something that's going to provide a lot of growth and stability for you in the future, Gemini. But it really does come after this Tower falls. Okay, the Tower, it feels like a crisis or a catastrophe that comes out of nowhere, right? But truthfully, you probably knew it was coming for a while. It's okay. And now we just have a big old mess to clean up. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. This can be a major windfall of money. This can be buying a new home. This can be transitioning from a state of lack into a state of abundance. But this is something that you worked hard for and you earned it. It does feel like, Gemini, you've been... it feels like you've been putting in the work and the effort for some time for whatever this is. This 10 is a cycle of completion, but it is definitely a leveling up. A heavy energy of manifestation here. And I have this Page of Swords that comes in here. Other people may have been watching you online at a distance. They may have been watching your work and you didn't even know they were doing it. You have done something that's noteworthy. You've done something that's getting some attention either from superiors or from someone who would like to steal you away for themselves in some way. I have the Hermit energy here. This is an energy of self-isolating. Maybe you have really been working hard, maybe long and into the night. You may have sacrificed your social life in lieu of your work life, something like that. That's not necessarily a healthy thing, but sometimes we do have to do that. It feels like you put... what was necessary ahead of your wants, and that was a good choice for you. Sometimes we do have to buckle down and we have to be disciplined. I think that's the word we're looking for, is disciplined. I think that you've been very disciplined, Gemini, and that's starting to pay off. And I have the Queen of Cups here that comes out on its side. It feels like at this point you may be ready to start offering your heart to another person. You haven't felt like that for a while. It feels like you may have just been kind of holding off on any kind of love relationships or giving yourself freely to anyone else. You've been really focused on creating a new life for yourself. You may have been focused on your career or just getting your family stabilized in some way. If you are single, it feels like you're starting to get ready to reopen yourself to the possibility of love coming into your life. What's this Lovers card over here? I got the King of Pentacles that comes out here. Now it comes out here in the reverse. Hold on. 10 of Wands. And I got the 9 of Cups. What? All right. I think there's someone who has had their eye on you for a while, Gemini, and I don't know that you're entirely sold on them. I think that this person really views you as being everything they could ever want, all that in a bag of chips, because I'm sure you are, Gemini, but this person has really got it for you. And I think they are an option. They're presenting themselves as an option to you. With this 9 of Cups, they want you to believe that they could give you everything that you could ever want. Why do I get the sense that you're not buying it? I have the Death card out here. I think that I'm hearing only time will tell. I think that you're in a position right now, Gemini. You've got the Fool card right here and the Magician card out again. Very good. And now I've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, fair enough. I think that you're wrapping up some loose ends right now. I think once you get through this Scorpio season, you're going to be ready with a lot more energy than you've had in the past. I think that you're still kind of getting ready to close out these old cycles and begin something new. You've got a lot of people wanting to refocus their attention on you over the next month. A lot of people want to reach out to you. You may just be exceptionally good looking this month, Gemini. I'm not sure. There's definitely someone who has the hots for you, like to the point they can barely stand it. They see you as being their true match. You've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This would be someone who wants to build a home with you. They want to settle down with you. They may see you as marriage potential. I did see that Hierophant card earlier. Plus we have that 10 of Pentacles, which is somebody who may want to build a home with you or buy a home with you, settle down with you in some way, Gemini. And I think that you may be trying to work out whether or not you're ready for that. This person definitely wants you to believe that they are your wish fulfillment and that they could offer you everything you could ever want. I think that you are inclined to believe you can already do that for yourself. Good job. Yes. But this person's making me nervous. Oh, stop. And I have the Devil card over here on the side. This person may be, I don't even want to say low-key, obsessed with you. They definitely are looking at you with like marriage-minded eyes. This is the 4 of Wands. That's that Twin Flame 1111 awakening card. This person may really see you as like their ultimate soulmate. You've got this Lovers card. You've got the 4 of Wands here, which indicates like heavy level soulmate relationship. And because this King and Queen are a true pair, I think you are giving it a second thought. My only concern is this, and this person actually may be just a Capricorn actually, that you are very well suited for, because Devil is the card of Capricorn and then King of Pentacles is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So that may be of significance to you. This person is definitely obsessing about being a part of your life. If you don't know this person yet, when you meet them, whenever you open yourself up to the potential of love and you do meet them, I think you're going to recognize them immediately as being this. You've got the Magician out there twice, which is somebody who's ready to design a new future for themselves. And with that Fool energy, this is someone who's ready to be like off to the races. I think you're still, again, tying up some loose ends from the past. This 4 of Cups is a very similar energy to this Hermit energy, which is someone who's still self-isolating a little bit, kind of closing off from some people. just kind of trying to get yourself centered again. I think you will be, and probably closer to that Sagittarius season, I think that we can see some new love and some new options coming towards you. All right, that was your reading for this week, Gemini. Thank you all so much for those of you who let me read for you tonight. I will timestamp these and I will repost them. I'll post them onto YouTube and then I'll post them back over here to Facebook. I wish you all so much love and I will see you soon. Have a good night.